15 HP Acme Steam engine, a 1920s industrial relic, powers up using compressed air after sitting idle for over 50 years. This single-cylinder engine, built by Acme Engine Company, was likely used for mining. It now demonstrates historical engineering at vintage shows. Class 50. Diesel 50,033 Glorious, a 1968 English Electric Type 4, initiates a cold start at Kidderminster on the Severn Valley Railway. This 2,700 horsepower locomotive, despite minus 10 degrees Celsius conditions, was restored by the Class 50 Alliance. It hauled express trains on the West Coast Main Line until 1974. Isotta Fraschini W18 motor, a 1930s aviation relic, powers the Dabelju tractor by Team Twister in Germany. This 57.25-liter W18 engine, modified to 3,500 horsepower, dominates tractor pulling events. It was originally designed for Italian flying boats. A 1895 steam engine, Brockel Dampfmaschine 2, drives the Windmühle Brockel with 25 horsepower at 50 revolutions per minute. Installed in the 1860-built mill, it ensured milling during low wind periods. It now operates for visitors during special events. Ruston 400 HP diesel pumping engine, a 1914 single-cylinder giant, powers up at the Strumpshaw Steam Rally using an air start system. This 400 horsepower engine, with a 200-liter displacement, was built by Ruston and Hornsby. It once operated at the Tiptree Pumping Station for water management. SATO semi-diesel engine, a 1933 hot bulb model, was displayed at the 2012 Suisho no Yu Spa Engine Show in Japan. This 2-horsepower single-cylinder engine, built by SATO Company in Shimane, burns charcoal to heat its bulb. It powered small farms and boats in pre-World War II Japan. Caterpillar D353 diesel, a 6-cylinder turbocharged engine, powers up in a D9 bulldozer on a January day after sitting in cold weather. This 385-horsepower beast, introduced in 1955, drives heavy-duty, earth-moving tasks. It remains a cornerstone in construction and mining. Maybach HL 230P30, a 23-liter V12 engine, powers the King Tiger II at Millitrax 2018 in Overloon, Netherlands. This 700-horsepower diesel, built for World War II's heaviest tank, uses a hand-crank inertia starter. It drove the 70-ton tank in Normandy battles. Daimler-Benz DB605, a 1,475-horsepower V12 engine, powers the Bf 109 Messerschmitt Schwarz one during its test flight by Meyer Motors in Bremgarten. This 33.9-liter engine, restored after 10 years, reflects 1940s Luftwaffe technology. International 7.3 IDI diesel, a 1988 V8 engine, powers a Ford F-250 after sitting through a cold night. This 185-horsepower naturally aspirated unit, built by Navistar, was a reliable choice. It hauled heavy loads for farmers and fleet operators.
10, okay.
Bristol Hercules, a double-row 14-cylinder radial engine, powers up at the Bomber Command Museum in Nanton, Alberta. This 38.7-liter sleeve valve engine, producing 1,650 horsepower, was a 1940s aviation marvel. It drove bombers like the Lancaster during World War II.